welcome back to my channel. This is my Gymshark episode, I don't know, 11 or 12 maybe. And I'm supposed to be training today, and I am going to, but slight change of plan because I've got legs tomorrow and I really want to save them, and my upper body is still so tight and achy from my back session. So I'm hoping, like, when I do this again next week, I'll be able to get like a good weight session in today. But what I'm going to do instead is some like core and some stretching and some flexibility, and I'm not really sure, but I'm going to spend about an hour on making myself feel amazing, basically. So yay! So I'll film it and I'll do a voiceover and I'll talk about why and what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And I had some food today. So random. So I had my leftovers from last night, which was like a chicken and broccoli stir fry, and it was really, really nice. I ate that about 10 o'clock ish, and it's now 12:30 ish. So I'm gonna be hungry soon, so I need to start. Why do I always talk so much? Anyway, I'm gonna do something. Let's do something. Hello, welcome back to another workout voiceover. So this is not an intense workout, but for if you haven't done any Pilates before, this is not abs, it is core. So it's trying to get your deeper muscles engaged. So you're thinking about activating your pelvic floor, which is a sling of muscles from the front to the back of your pelvis, or the muscles that stop you having a pee. You are also going to think about your transverse abdominis, which is a belt of muscles that runs all the way from one side of your spine and around the front of your stomach and to the other side. This is the muscle that draws everything in and keeps your organs from sort of exploding out of your body when you're doing heavy squats and deadlifts. The other thing is your diaphragm, so breathing deeply is very, very important, and it is all about getting everything in the right space. So hips in neutral, the spine lengthened, the nape of the neck pulling away from the body, the shoulders broad across the back and the front, and what else? That's it really. So I think I'm going to go into a 100 now. Yes, of course. So in this exercise, you are pumping your arms to keep blood flow, and you are extending the nape of your neck away from your body as you keep your shoulders as far away from the floor as you can, and rather than bulging your stomach out, you're pulling it down and flat, and that is what's going to help activate the deeper muscles. Again, the deeper you breathe, the more you feel everything engage. And I can't stress enough, do not let your stomach bulge out. Really, really deep breathing, really broad across your chest, pulling your ribcage towards your pelvis without sticking your stomach out. Imagine you are topless on a beach. After 10 breaths of the 100, I moved on to the roll up. This is again pulling from the rib cage, keeping the nape of your neck as long as possible and scooping your belly button in as you go up, reaching up tall and over the top. As you come down, you're tucking your hips under first and lowering your vertebrae one at a time, keeping as much length as possible. Yeah. On the way up, you want to pull your rib cage down and your belly button in. Think about your stomach being as concave as possible. That is the Pilates roll up. Then did the one leg circle, which is as it sounds. It's trying to keep your hips as still as possible whilst making a really big circle with one leg. This is really good for flexibility and strength of the hip flexors and the hamstrings. I will link a video to this down below that kind of will explain it a little bit more. In fact, I'll link a video to everything in case you're interested in doing a bit more Pilates. I then did rolling like a ball, which is the one that looks really easy and really fun, but actually is really quite hard to balance at the top. The next exercise is the single leg stretch, which kind of looks similar to a bicycle crunch, but trying not to move your shoulders or your hips. Next up is the double leg stretch, which for me is the hardest one to keep really controlled and to make sure I don't just go for a full range. You want to go as big as you can, keeping everything perfect. So I find my stomach bulges out when I do these, and I need to focus really, really hard on keeping everything pulled tight. The next exercise is called scissors, and it's my favourite one, probably because I'm quite flexible, although again my hips were definitely rotating, and you want to keep your hips as still as bloody possible. Again, I will put a video link to that in more detail down below. This one, the crisscross, is my least favourite. I'll link it down below. Next up we have a spine stretch, which is one of my favourites. I did this 3 times with my toes very lazily pointed, and then 3 reps with my feet flexed, and this is about rolling through your vertebrae again, and you'll feel the stretch in your hamstrings and your back and your neck and in between your shoulders as well. It's super nice. This is another one that looks like you're not doing all that much. This is called Swan Dive, and it is amazing for your upper back and your shoulder stabilizers. So if you know that that is a little bit of a problem for you, then I'll make sure there's a video linked down below and you can check that out. From there I moved on to some Pilates side plank work. So this you can do for glute activation. It is absolutely awesome. You're focusing on your hips, staying as still as possible, your core tight, and the movement only coming from your glutes. You've probably done similar before, but these are brilliant to put pre or post glute session. Keep your hips as still as you blinking can, and try and get the movement to come from your hips, from your glutes. Core super tight, still pull your pelvic floor in, your corset, your TVA, get your breathing deep, all of the Pilates stuff, but squeeze your bum as hard as you can. I then moved on to some prep exercises for the teaser, which is one of the really, really tough exercises. It is a full roll up with your feet in the air, again keeping the control and everything tight rather than just using momentum to lift up. So this looks easy, and I could roll up and touch my toe, however I would not have my stomach still pulled in. I hope that makes sense. But I'll link the teaser down below, so if you're interested in this kind of core workout, then you can have a look at some more detailed links. Luckily, my camera dies after this clip, which is probably good because this is probably overload. I went into a couple of glute stretches, so some pigeon variations essentially, and then I did the one that you may have done where you're lying on your back as well. These, you just want to keep your hips really, really square still, push that bent knee as wide as you can, and keep flattening your back slash pushing your tailbone away from you so that you get a two-way stretch. Because I have quite tight hip flexors, I find when I lie on my back or when I stand, I have quite a lordotic slash arched position in my lower back. So trying to be in neutral with my legs straight is really, really difficult. So I'm just doing these single leg lifts, trying not to lose my neutral or rock too much. Then back into, oh, did I do just one roll up? Okay, maybe just a stretch. Yes, roll up and roll downs. This is my favourite Pilates exercise because you kind of just find sticking points, which parts you find easy to lift and lower, which parts you find easy to articulate, etc. So sorry about that. My GoPro battery died, so I didn't get to film my whole workout. I have no idea how much we filmed, but I must have done like half an hour of like Pilates and core, and then did about 25 minutes of stretching, so it was dead good. Someone on my it's a back squat and leg day workout video, someone commented saying that I need to check my form but didn't say which exercise. And if you have any feedback about my form, I am like really open to hearing it, because I have been training for a while, so I do what feels comfortable. So I might have picked up some bad habits along the way, and any constructive criticism or just feedback or tips and tricks are so welcome. So please, if you're going to leave a comment saying anything, like, just give me a little bit of help as well, because I know that obviously the way I do things isn't going to be the way that everybody does them, but I'd love to know why and what I can do better and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just any feedback is always welcome. I just walked home and I'm really tired and I haven't taken my shoes off and I'm really hot. Oh my god. What was I going to say? One of my clients gave me his old Nespresso machine. He said he's had it for like 10 years, so it was a bit battered. He didn't say 10, he said 7, sorry. He said 7 years, but I'm going to get it out of the bag and show you. It's so exciting. Yay, coffee. I need to cool down. Actually, I might shower. Okay, this is my lunch and it is definitely not like healthy. However, I'm going to put everything in my Fitness Pal for the first time in a really, really long time. This is 2 poached eggs, by the way, and 1 slice of cheese and a tin of beans, and then that is just like chili and garlic salt on my eggs. And I'm going to expect this to be like 550 calories is my guess. And then I had my stir fry earlier, so I'll put all of that into my Fitness Pal, and I had a mocha. So I'm actually gonna make sure I don't so even if this is like a lot of calories, because I'll know how many calories I have like left for the day, I just don't want to go over 2,000 basically. I'm gonna give myself 2,000 today because why not? No, I don't know what I'm saying. My Fitness Pal. Quick updates, I've edited 2 videos and I'm about to edit my 3rd. I'm like so proud of myself. It's very sad, but it's very good. My first part of dinner is not very exciting. I'm just having an English muffin. Ash's is a lot more exciting. But I already had my eggs and sausage today. Aww. Oh.